Single family homes in Calgary have set a new record once again, being the most expensive they have ever been. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Now, before I get going, please like the video. I've noticed I've had some really great growth lately, but no one seems to like the videos, so show me some love. My name's Fyfe, your Calgary Realtor. If you're looking at getting more information about the single family homes in Calgary, please make sure to go ahead, book a call with me. The Zoom link is in the description. Let's go. Now let's start this off by looking at what the Calgary Real Estate Board has written about the detached homes in all of Calgary. With only 1,600 units available in June, levels hit a new record low for this month. There is simply not enough people asking to sell their house or putting their home up for sale. I've talked about this a bunch in previous videos. I think pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, there was a lot of people built up, excited to get into the market. Finally, prices have increased, and now all those people have sold, and there's just simply not enough inventory. Of all the inventory in June, only 24% were priced below $600,000, a significant drop from last year, meaning that houses have increased, the prices have increased, and there's just not enough affordable detached homes in Calgary. The market can continue to favor the seller, driving up further gains in price, which I feel is going to continue on all year. Year-over-year gains were the highest in the most affordable areas like Northeast and East districts. Where are we going to slow down, or where are we going to end? I have no idea. Now, when we go back to this chart that we started with, you can see that the price has absolutely skyrocketed up. The red bar is the price point, the blue bar is the inventory, and the green bar is sales. Now, just like total residential, you can see that last month, the sales to inventory actually was neck and neck, with a little bit more sales than there was inventory. This month, at least there was more inventory than there was sales, but it is still very, very close. If these two lines stay very close like they are, we are going to see significant increases in price. When you look at June, July, August of last year, you can see just how large that gap was. There was over 1,000 homes left over at the end of the month, with only 1,500 sales and over 2,500 inventory or homes left over at the end of the month. That you can see where the prices decreased. Now, with the inventory and the sales neck and neck, there is simply just not enough new homes coming on the market to support price leveling off. So we're going to continue to see that decrease. So when people see benchmark price, they're curious about what that even means. So for a single family home, the benchmark price, which is over $684,000 right now, it is a 4-bedroom home with 2 full baths, 1 half bath, 1,445 square foot. It's a double attached garage. The lot size is 4,900 square foot. It is a poured concrete basement that was built in 1999. So these attributes here is what the benchmark price is. And the benchmark price for these attributes are going to change in all districts of Calgary, or all quadrants. So let's continue on here. Now, when we look at the total sales have decreased greatly. You can see that the 10-year average is the red line here, and it is basically on par with that 10-year average. But if you look between 15 and 20, you can see that the sales were quite low year to date. 2021, 2022, absolute crazy years. I've touched on this a lot. There was a lot of pent-up demand in those, 18 to 20 years, and sorry, the 2018 to 2020 years, that when 2021 rolled around, everyone got into the market or out of the market, basically having to list their home or buy a home because the pricing finally started to increase. Now, the real story here is the new listings. The new listings have actually fallen to the same amount that we've seen from 2016 to 20, which were very depressed years. There's just not a lot of happening there. Again, 2021, prices started to increase. A lot of people were listing their houses. There was almost 2,000 homes up for sale by this time in 2021. Now, this really goes to show, this is total inventory, how many homes are left over at the end of the month. 2023, just in June, we have hit a new record low for the amount of homes left over at the end of the month. Now, I'm kind of going through this very quickly, but from the sales decreasing, the new listings have also decreased. You can see that the inventory has greatly decreased, meaning that there is just not enough supply for the amount of demand when you look at net migration coming to Calgary to meet those standards. 2018, we had a lot of homes left over at the end of the month. 2019, 2020, 21, we had quite a bit. 2022, we had a little. And 2023 is just insane. Like, there's just literally not enough product on the market. If you are a buyer right now, you have to be very adamant and very focused on jumping on opportunities as they arise, because it is just getting so crazy out there. So 2 more slides for you. Now this is the microeconomic outlook for single family homes in every quadrant of Calgary. Now this starts to break it down for your personal situation. So on the left is the sales, then you see the new listings in that quadrant, and then the sales to the listing ratio. You can see the average is about 78%, which I think is quite low. I thought it would be a little bit higher than that, but again, there's just not enough homes to choose from. This is the inventory, or the amount of homes left over at the end of the month. The months of supply. Now the months of supply is basically a numerical value of how fast the market would clear out its product if no new buyers came to the market and no new sellers came to the market. 3 months is a fairly balanced condition where not a lot of price movement. 1 month of supply is a very strong seller's market, which indicates that there should be price increases, where 4 to 5 months there should be price decreases because there's too much product on the market. These are the benchmark prices for every individual community. These are the year-over-year percentages for those communities, and then the month-over-month. Now I'm going to remove this, and you can see just how much each individual quadrant has increased in 1 month. It is pretty wild to see just how many quadrants have increased by about $11,000, the highest being Calgary East, increasing by $16,000 in 1 month. The average, like just mentioned, is $11,000 per quadrant, and no slowing down in sight. So you can see even the most affordable quadrant in Calgary, Calgary East, is now worth $446,000 for those benchmark attributes that we talked about at the very beginning. So where is the market going to end, or where is it going to slow down? I am not sure. I don't think there's any slowdown in sight. There is way too much demand for Calgary real estate right now. There is not enough listings coming on the market. So it is very important to do your research well in advance. Buyers, make sure you get set up on an automated email. Make sure that you're doing everything that you can to jump on new opportunities. If you really want to get into the market, you have to be competitive. Investors, it's really not a good time to invest right now, my personal opinion. Buy when people are selling, sell when people are buying, right? Everyone is looking to buy right now. So you're buying on an up and up. Is this market going to correct? Most likely. Every cyclical market will have its ups and downs. There will be some sort of correction at some point. At that point, it might be better to actually buy an investment property. Sellers, there's a high expectation out there for you. It is very important that you set up a game plan still, because I do find some homes are just asking too much. They're being a little bit too greedy. There is still, common sense out there that you can't get $100,000 over market value for your house, even though pricing has increased by a dramatic amount. You still want to be competitive. You still want to list your home at, or still even a little bit below market value, to gain as much momentum as you can on your first week on the market. So every single sector, or every single client, needs to have these things in mind when they're getting into the market. It's stressful for a lot of parties, and it's somewhat frustrating. So if you have any questions, if you want to talk about a game plan, go ahead, book a call with me. The Zoom link is in the description. Thank you very much. Keep an eye out for those other property type videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.